Hi everybody, welcome back to the 24th episode of our Minecraft series. We're going to do something different today. We're going to start out with the bees, of course, but if you're like me, I think maybe you're getting a little sick of it. If you see, take a look real close over the overhead view here. I did some landscaping. I planted another row of trees. I've kind of filled out the bee area. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to take a look at some of the changes I've done to the bees here. But then we're going to go and probably gather some materials. So anyway, let's get started. Here we are in our little beehive area. I've got 4 beehives in the back. Like I said, I've got this little row of trees. They're slightly below the level of those trees there, which actually is pretty good. Bruno's here with me, and we are going to take a quick look around at things. So back to first person mode. I wanted to show you something real quick. Take a look at Bruno right there. See? The lovely profile. And then take a look at this mountain over there. Little ear, a little nose. I'm beginning to think it looks a lot like Bruno. I'm going to call this Mount Bruno over there. But anyway, so let me show you a little bit of the things that I did. First of all, I put in ladders on these 2 trees so that I can get on top and search around for pollinated leaves. I'm going to take a couple grafters out because I've got some. Like I said, I've filled out this area with dirt. I've used up quite a bit of dirt in my chest, and I filled up that area over there too. But over here on this tree, we've already got 2 pollinated leaves. We've got one right there, kind of in the middle, and I've got that. And we've got one underneath here. We're going to get that. And take a look under here real quick. I've got to move some of these trees once I'm done with messing around with them so they line up with the other side. Let's see. Nothing over there. Let's climb on top by means of our ladder, by way of our ladder. Anything? No. Not seeing. I've got to jump here. Any different colored leaves? Nothing on top, it looks like. Nope. All right. Well, nothing over here. So let's check the other side. I swear this episode will be the last of the bees for a while. Okay. There was one discolored leaf, if I recall. Oh, here it is, right here. And I did not get a sapling. I thought I'd always get a sapling with these new leaves here, these new trees. All right, well, let's take a look at my pack. I've got a silver birch and an apple oak. So, no new trees as of yet. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. I honestly thought that the pollination rates would happen more frequently with these gosh darn trees. What was that? That's just another silver birch. Oh well. One thing I did discover is how to do better at breeding my bees. So any bee plus any bee over here will have a chance of creating something called a common bee. Now, if I put a common bee plus any bee, I have a chance of getting a cultivated bee. But then the really special bees come when I try to I try to crossbreed a cultivated bee with a common bee. So I've been saving up on cultivated drones and princesses to try to get a noble or industrious bee. Right here we've got a cultivated queen, and that beehive is still going. We've got forest drone, common princess, so that will be good for trying to get a cultivated bee out of the deal. And what do we have on this one? Cultivated drone. And let's see, you can grab all that honeycomb, common princess, common drone. All right, so we're getting more commons and more cultivateds to try to get a chance of getting even better bees. And I made a bunch of new frames and put them in here Frames are really easy to make. And I've been getting a heck of a lot more honeycomb, which is actually pretty good, because that will turn into honey drops. This bee is still taking a while, which is not bad. 16 combs out of this one apiary is actually pretty incredible. You know, at first I was only getting 1 or 2. 13 out of this one. All right, so the logic of bees. Common princess, I'll put that there. Common princess there. Common drone down there. Cultivated drone. And I guess I'll put my forest drones in there. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to have a common bee with any of these basic bees. So I'll put a common bee with a marbled drone for a chance of a cultivated bee. I'm going to take, do I have any cultivated princesses? I do not. But I do have, oh wait, I have a common princess. So I'm going to actually put a common princess with a cultivated drone for a chance of either some kind of noble or industrious bee. There's a certain kind of branch, a tree branch, with the bee breedings that lead to. Excuse me. Certain branches lead to certain kinds of different bees. And a cultivated plus any common bee has a chance of getting a really special bee. So that's the first pairing I want. So I do have another common princess, and I'm going to put another cultivated drone with that for a chance of an industrious or noble bee. So now what I want to do is I want a common bee plus any bee. So I'll do a forest princess plus a marbled drone. And I'll do another forest princess plus another marbled drone. And those will be for a chance of cultivated bees. So these two will be a chance for industrious or noble bees. These two will be a chance for cultivated bees. I looked it up on the wiki. You can too. It'll probably be easier to explain that way. So putting that bee in there. Oops, I forgot to clear out oh, this one was still going at the time. So grab those honeycombs. Common princess, cultivated drone, forest princess, marble drone, and forest princess and marble drone. All right, well, that's it for bees for a while. I'll still come over here, of course, and check on them, and hopefully, if I get new kinds of saplings, I'll show you that. But the bee breedings and the forest, what do you call those things? The tree breeding and the bee breeding have been driving me nuts lately, and I'm gonna let it go for a while. But I did smooth out the ground here, so that gives me room to think about what I could put down there. Let's go back to, oh wait, I forgot to put my grafters away. Excuse me, Bruno. Let's put the grafters away. Okay, there and there. Here's the bee chest. I have 3 more impregnated casings. I could turn these into more hives if I wanted to, and I might do that. I'm actually going to take some beeswax, and I'll show you what that does in a second. But anyway, this is my bee chest. I've got 2 axes here just in case, bone meal and bones, and maybe I'll make those beehives, I don't know. But anyway, so let's go to the mill and check on things there, see what I've got going, if anything. Maybe nothing. So checking on the mill. Okay, we've got our carpenter, which is for some reason making another impregnated casing. I'm not sure why. I've got a squeezer that's almost empty. There's a little seed oil in there. Now what's in the centrifuge? Nothing. So let's put in all these honeycombs. I don't have any. I'll take the coal out of the squeezer, put it in the centrifuge, and let that run for a little while. Do I have any more coal in this chest? Yes, I do. I have 6 pieces, so we'll just let this go. It'll run out of coal before the engine has any chance of explosion, and it'll probably run out of coal before it even gets halfway through the honeycomb, but that's okay. I don't really mind. Alright, so checked on the mill. Let's check in on the workshop. What do I got going downstairs? I've been making a lot of charcoal. And the reason is because, coal is not a renewable resource, but charcoal is. I can keep planting trees, and I can keep turning it into charcoal, which is cool. So I probably should be focusing more on charcoal. I've just got to keep remembering to make it. At some point, I am going to turn these things into ingots, I guess. But what I wanted to show you... Oh, it's getting dark. What I wanted to show you is I've discovered a use for beeswax. It makes pipe waterproof, which is awesome. That means we can start using engines and machines to start transporting liquids. So let's get out, like, say, the cobblestone transport pipe. Coming over here to the crafting bench. I've turned all the beeswax into pipe waterproof. All I've got to do is just put my cobblestone next to my waterproof pipe, and boom, I have 24 cobblestone waterproof pipes. It's pretty darn awesome if you ask me. So it's another kind of pipe that we've got in our pipe chest. But before it gets too much darker, I'm going to go ahead and return home and take a sleep. And then we will work on what we want to do next. So headed home. Alright, it's morning time. So let's go ahead and see what other trouble we can get into. What do I have in my pack? Yes, I have signs. That is good. Because... Oh, we got a creeper over there. I'm going to use the old thunder bow and try to take it out. I don't want explosions. Explosions are bad. Okay, so the signs. Okay, we're back over here by the workshop. We got the mill over there, the beehives are over there, our home is way over there. We're a little spread out, but that's okay, because eventually I'm hoping to fill out this area over here somehow. And this is what the signs are going to be for, because in most of the Let's Plays I've been watching, they have like a to-do list. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down some signs about some of the things I would like to do. First thing I need to do, in fact we'll give this a number 1. Build a barn for cows. So we're going to build a barn for cows. Another thing we need to do is we need to build, number 2. Well, actually, I'm giving these numbers, but they can be in any arrangement, I think. Build an enchantment library. We want to enchant some of our weapons, our tools. We want to get that going. What else were we going to do? We need to gather more supplies. We can build a... number 3. Build a warehouse. A warehouse. Because I really want to start collecting a lot of materials. Now I could, even though that's number 3, build a warehouse, I could put a lot of stuff on the upper level of the workshop. And I might do that. But this area is demanding a building, and I'm not exactly sure what building I should put there. If you got any ideas for buildings I should make, give me an old heads up. But, yeah. And then let's do one more. Let us do 4. Make a quarry. That might actually be one of the first things we do instead of number 4. But we've got to make a quarry. And let us put one more thing down. Make a quarry. 5. Explore the abandoned mine shaft. We made that discovery earlier on in our series, but we really haven't done anything with it. So we've got a loose collection of 5 signs over here to remind us some of the things we want to do. We've done bees, and that's going to take forever to get those trees. So we're going to let that go. We're going to do a barn, an enchantment library, a warehouse, a quarry, and explore the abandoned mine shaft. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. We've got a plan. We've got a direction. We want to build some things. In fact, we want to build a lot of things. And we'll get started and going. We're going to eventually find a use for those waterproof pipes. So anyway, as always, thanks for joining me. Please consider giving me the old thumbs up and maybe hitting subscribe if you're feeling really adventurous. And we will see you again next time. Thanks for watching yet again, and goodbye.